what was that really like growing up in the Upper West Side of Manhattan? Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
For the times you would be there growing up, what was that really like for you?
Um, shit.
Paint the picture for
That
the
shit
audience
was.
here.
That shit was. It had its ups and downs. Like it wasn't a walk in the park, but it was like, you know, it's like some regular. It was cool though. Like you know what I mean. Like I'm not gonna say like it was like the most craziest shit, but it had its ups and downs to it though. You know what I mean? Like go through some pain, go through some good, go through some, you know what I mean? Bad, good. Shit happens.
And I'd like to highlight the up and down in a few, but
Mhm.
before we move on to that, there are some notable people from Manhattan, or even a little bit further from Harlem and things of that nature that you mentioned.
Mhm.
But did you have a front row seat? I'm using the phrase row,
Mhm.
not on purpose here. It just so happens to be. But did you have a front row seat, so to speak, to any of these artists or movements while you were growing up?
From Manhattan.
Yes.
Give me an example. Like who?
Like, did you see ASAP Rocky's rise as you were growing up and coming up? Like, but did you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
was there someone like an ASAP Rocky that you got to see up close though? Like, were you
Nah,
classmates or schoolmates with some of these artists that are prominent now, or?
nah. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, only artists that I was like really went to school with, like that. That's from Harlem. That's a rapper. My son TJ Porter. That's the only one though. And I really went to school. Like, that's bro. Like that's my bro. That's really my bro right there. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, that's the only person I could, off the top of my head. That's the only person I could really think of. Like I can't really think of nobody else. Like it was like everybody else from Manhattan that was rapping, or like from Harlem that was rapping. I always just seen them on the upcoming. Like I never really like came across them. Like matter of fact, the only person I actually came across too was Dave East. That was it though. Like I came across him before. I fuck with bro.
Like,
I fuck with him on some like real like street shit. I fuck with him. He cool. Like he a cool dude.
like you just so happened to bump into him by chance in
Yeah, like
person, or?
I bumped into him on some like I was dicing, and I was in Dykeman. I seen them. We chopped it up and shit like that. Like I fuck with him though. He cool. He mad cool.
Now, when it comes to TJ Porter, was
Mhm.
it just merely you two sharing the same school, or did you actually share class together at one point?
Nah, he fake younger than me. Like he probably like two years younger than me. So when I was like when I was like I think when I was a junior, he was a freshman. If I'm not mistaken, I think when I was a junior, he was a freshman. So like it was some shit like that. But that was my man. So like he was mad. Me and him, we locked in like that's bro, for real, for real.
And you locked in those school days.
Yeah, from school, like we was cool in school. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it 100 though. I forgot how we got cool though. I'm gonna keep it real with you though. I really forgot how me and him got cool though. But we ended up getting cool though. I just forgot how though. Forgot how. But he always was some funny nigga in school. Like he was mad funny. Like he was a funny kid. I ain't gonna lie. But that was my son. That was bro.
Were you aware of him doing music at all, or?
Nah. So when he started music, he started like after I left school. So when he was doing it, I was like, oh shit. And he started blowing up. He started doing his thing. He got on for me, doing his thing, still doing his thing. I ain't gonna lie. But he all that shit happened like after school was done though. Like unless I don't remember if he was still in school though. I don't really remember. But I know I was out of school though. So but he might have still been in school when he was rapping though. I don't know though.
And just curious, as far as he's gotten in the music industry and as far as he's climbed his own ladder of success to a certain degree, does any of that surprise you, being that you didn't know he did music, you just saw him for being a funny kid in school and things of that nature?
Yeah, I feel like we both feel like that about each other. I feel like me and him, we ain't realize. I feel like we didn't realize our talent. We was just in school being dumb kids. You just fucking around. So it's like me seeing him coming up and then him seeing me coming up. It was like when we came across each other after we both was up. It was like damn. Like we really came from school. You feel me? Like we came from school being on some gangster shit to, you know what I mean? Like to some rapping shit. It was weird. Like it was like we was looking at that type of lifestyle, but we wasn't really thinking we was gonna be in that lifestyle. Like we just thought we was gonna be some regular kids, but shit changed.
And have you two had the opportunity to collaborate musically at all yet?
That's the thing though. Nah, me and him never made a song together. I ain't gonna lie. But that's not that. It ain't no like weird shit behind it either. It's just like he be doing his thing, I be doing my thing. So it's like, but I know in the near future though, you gonna see a song from me and him like one of these days. I don't know when though, but you gonna see it though. But that's bro though. I ain't gonna lie.
When's the last time you two communicated?
The last time I seen him, no matter of fact, I was on the phone with him the other day. I was on the phone with him and Fabi. We was on the phone. But before that, last time I seen him, we was at a bowling alley. He was with his peoples, I was with my peoples. And yeah, some shit went down that day too. But yeah, that was the last time I seen him though.
All right, now again, back to the ups and the downs that you've experienced in your life. Let's talk about the ups first. What was the top point for you during your upbringing there, growing up on the upper west of Manhattan?
You said like my upbringing?
Yes. What would you consider your highest point or most positive moment growing up in that area for you? Talking about the ups here.
The ups?
Yeah.
Shit.
What's a moment you look back really proud of, really happy about growing up in that area?
I don't know, like I ain't really have no like it wasn't really a lot of like good shit going on, like, you know what I mean? Like I don't really feel like you find like the best things in your own like environment. I feel like you find it as you elevate and going on to like other places type shit. I don't know, that's just me though. Like I never gained no good out of like, you know, like being from over there. Besides like, you know, coming up and rapping and shit, but it's like I ain't really gained no good upbringing off of that shit though. I just always going back and forth to jail, shit like that, like just dumb shit.
Jail as a juvenile?
Yeah, like from when I was 16, when I first was 16, I was going to jail since I was 16.
And on the music side of things, why or how did you get into that talent there? Because, you know, there's some kids that are into sports or they're into acting or
Nah,
actual art.
I used to play sports though. I used to play baseball. I was nice too. I was on a travel team. I ain't gonna lie, I was nice. I'm gonna keep it 100. Anybody that ever played with me, they knew I was nice. Like, I don't know, I gave up on that shit. Like, it was like, I don't know, I gave up on that shit. Matter of fact, I know why I ain't give up, but I gave up because like, I had a case and I ended up being on an ankle bracelet, but I couldn't be in I couldn't be in like New York City or whatever. So I was living in Jersey for like a year with my aunt and shit. So I was playing baseball out there though. Like I made the team and all that. Like it was easy too. Like niggas on the team was trash. So, boom, it was like I was playing with the ankle bracelet. And every time I kept trying to slide down the base, that shit'd fuck with my ankle. And nobody ever knew I was on an ankle bracelet on the team. So it's like when I finally told the coach, like, yo, this shit, like the reason why I've been like, you know, like fucking up is cause this shit right here. And then he was just like, damn. And then he was just like, how long you gonna be on it? I'm trying to get this shit off, but they taking this time, and you know what I mean? So it was like, I ended up just like, I just stopped playing. Cause that shit was pissing me off. Like I would slide down third base, that shit would scrape my ankle. I'll start bleeding and shit. That shit just pissed me off.
Why not just keep playing? Just stop the sliding.
Cause it was like, when I was playing, I was fast. So it was like, when I was running down the bases, like I always was trying to steal bases. Like I don't know, that was my thing. Like I always was trying to steal bases. Like, so it's like I'll be at first, pitcher throw a pitch when somebody batting up, pitcher throw a pitch. If the catcher misses even a little bit, I'm gone. And I'll make it all the time, but I gotta slide. So it's like my speed is there, but I gotta slide to get there. Then it was times I try to slide head first, dirt getting in my face and shit. It was crazy.
Why not, after the whole ankle monitor situation was completed, why not go back to said sport?
You know what it was? I took so long without doing it. I felt like I gave up on that shit. And my mom was pissed at me for that shit though, cause she used to come to all my games. I ain't gonna lie, like when I was young. So when I stopped doing that shit, she was just like, You know, she was disappointed, but you know, I made my way after that.
So you did play travel ball, but did you actually play for a school as well?
So I played for my high school. I played for the school I went to in Jersey. Uh yeah, that was, and I played for a travel team. Like I was on a travel team. We was playing like state to state and shit.
But how far did you get with the actual school? Was it varsity you were on? Was it a certain
Yeah,
grade?
varsity. Yeah, I was on varsity.
Was it a certain grade it stopped? Like,
Probably my senior year, like my last year of high school. That's when I stopped.
that senior year when you stopped, were you getting looks from higher schools or maybe even some pro
Um, I
teams
got
or
I got one look. I got a look from one college, and they wanted to put me in some. You ever heard of a JUCO? They wanted me to do some JUCO shit before, but I ain't never do it.
why not?
I don't know. I don't really know. I just stopped. Like I was just like, fuck that shit. I don't know why.
Any regret looking back at that decision making there and what could have been?
Um, it was a regret for a little while. Like it was a regret. Like if I wouldn't have been rapping, yeah, I'd have still been regretting it type shit. Cause like baseball was one of the things that I was always trying to like use to make my mom like proud of me type shit.
What position did you play?
Second base and center field.
And did you have a main jersey number back then?
It was either like 7, 3, or 1.
These were numbers you were given or requested?
I'll request them, but somehow, some way, I always get those numbers though. Like even if I didn't request it, I always get one of the 3.
Were there any meanings behind any of those numbers for you as to why you were requesting them?
Nah, I mean besides the number 1, I always felt like that number 1 was like it was like always felt like I was just like chosen for something. I just never knew what. I just felt like I was always chosen for one thing, but I just didn't know what it was.
And did you have the the opportunity to play with or compete against anybody that ended up becoming well known or famous themselves in the sport of baseball?
Like I played against mad people that was in like D1 in college, but like to the MLB, nah. On my travel team, like I went against people that's in the MLB now though, but I don't remember their names though. Like I seen it like years ago, and like I spoke to them and all that, but other than that, nah. Like only really the travel team. Like when I was on the travel team, I was playing people from other states and shit. Like it was like 2, 3 people that made it to MLB that I played against, but that was it.
And care to share the names of the schools you attended back then, high school wise?
I went to Cardinal Hayes, and my last year of high school, I went to some shit called Franklin High School.
And I know we talked about TJ Porter a little earlier in
Mm-hmm.
this conversation, but was he, if not him, was there any other classmates that ended up becoming well known or famous themselves, whether it was music or not?
Nah, it was just him. That I could think of, yeah, it was just him. That was really it.
So, how did music come into the picture? Obviously, we know your history there with baseball as you just presented, but how did music start for you?
Um,
Can you
I
take the audience
always
into that?
I always was writing. Like I'm a writer. Like I know how to write. So like I was always like writing like poets and shit like that. That's why my first tape was called The Poet. Like a lot of people don't know that, but I always write good like poems and all shit like that. So like I used to write for like one of my mans here and there, like, but it was like I never took that shit like that. Like it was like we'll be in the studio and I'll just help him with some shit to make it sound better. Like I always was doing shit like that. But he always used to tell me though, like yo, bro, why you don't just rap? And I just was like, I don't know. Like I never took that shit. I don't know. I never seen myself doing that. Like I was always like, I want to be a dude that just owns mad businesses and shit like that. I never really looked at the rapping shit really too much.
So, how did things progress then? Because you are that person you didn't think you were going to once be.
Like how I progressed like with the whole rapping shit.
Yeah. I mean, you went from writing and people suggesting, hey,
It was like a let me try something. Like it was like something that came across my mind and I was just like, let me try this. Like let me see what it do. Like it's like you gotta take losses to get a win. So that was what was on my mind. I'm like, all right, if I drop some bullshit right now, it is what it is. Like, at least I tried. Like, I can't say I didn't try. You know what I mean? And mad people was always telling me like, you just do it. So.
And what age or what grade was this when you first took that try?
I don't even remember. Like with the music shit?
Yes.
I think I was like 23. I don't remember. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
So this is well after your school days.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And what ended up leading this to become a career path for you, where you do take it serious of that nature? Because it's one thing to try.
Yeah, and it's one thing to like make it a career.
Exactly.
Type shit. Yeah. Like what made me take it serious?
Yes.
Shit, after that song. It was like, after that song, cause I ain't gonna lie, like before that, like I was dealing with mad shit. Like I'm still dealing with shit, but it was like, before that, I was fighting a case. It was just a lot going on. So it was like, I don't know, I felt like it was like I felt like I had options to better my life, but it felt like a lot of shit I was doing wasn't working. Like it was like, I was just doing mad shit and it wasn't working. So it was like that was one of them situations where I was like, let me just try this, like, and that shit really worked.
So say the name of that song, your biggest song at this point?
Bad Day.
Bad Day. And we talked about that a little earlier in a different segment of questions. But so Bad Day, that was part of your trial period.
Like when I was fighting my case and shit?
No, not trial as in a case, but trial like, okay, there's people suggesting, hey, you should do this. And then you finally at 23 start to do it. And that song was the finality of that realization there. That was part of the try. Was because you said, a second ago, something of the nature like, I'll try to put a song out if it works.
Yeah,
it works. If it's BS,
that was around that time. That was like, I was trying shit. Like I was just like, let me try this. Like let me see if this shit do it. And then it was like,
and it hit.
It did it. Yeah, it did it like differently. And it's crazy. Like I'll tell you the truth. When I first dropped that video, my mom was like, yo, take this shit down. Like you fighting the case, you in the shit talking crazy. Like I was just like, damn. And it was like, I was really about to take that shit down too. Like I was this close. But I ain't take it down.
Why not?
That shit was doing too good. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was doing and I wasn't really talking no like crazy shit on that shit, but it was like that shit, it was just doing too good. Like it was too like, it was like that shit hit 1 million views in like a month, but it's like for my first song doing that is crazy. No marketing, no label, nothing really behind it. That shit just did all that organically. So that's why I was like, nah, I gotta let this shit just rock. Me taking that down would have been crazy.
And what's the result of that case? Is that something you're still currently fighting, or is that over and done with at this point?
That case, I got sentenced to a program for that case, but I got another case right now that I got trial coming up for that shit. But God gonna have me for everything. You know what I mean?
And speaking of God here, do you follow religion by any chance?
Yeah, I definitely believe in God. I ain't gonna lie.
But what about religion-wise? Do you consider yourself in a religion? Do you consider yourself practicing a religion or following a religion? Or
I'll probably say like I'm more so like, I'll say more so Catholic.
And was that your own choice here, or was that how you were raised?
It was like how I was raised, type shit.
Mother side, father side, both? Same religion here?
Mother side, I'll probably say.
And I know you mentioned an aunt previously during this conversation. Also, was that an aunt on your mother's side as well?
Nah, I was on my father's side.
Just for clarification's sake. Were there other career paths you were considering, contemplating, or already doing at the time of music?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing YouTubing. I was always, because I ain't gonna lie, I used to watch like a lot of DDG, a couple other people, but mainly DDG though. I was watching him a lot, and I always was like, yo, I think I'm gonna just do some YouTube and shit, like, just like build up my YouTube channel and shit like that, and just be on some super YouTube and shit. But then I'm like, nah.
And even why didn't you go that route? Because you have collaborations with other YouTubers and you're seen on other people's channels currently
Right.
doing, non-music related content.
Yeah.
So what stopped you from actually, putting that on your own channel or taking that
I ain't really have like when I was I keep it real. Like when I was asking certain people, when I was reaching out to certain people that was in that field, they ain't really they ain't like nobody's obligated to do what you asked them, like, or whatever you're trying to, but it's like the help that I wanted, I ain't never get. So it's just like the people I asked, it was like they'd always say, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna show you what equipment to buy. I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you that. They never did it.
Do you think it was a competitive reason why they didn't want to, or they just merely
Uh,
forgot, or
I
you just
don't,
weren't a priority, or
I don't want to say competitive, but
because there are some people that say stuff like that, but deep down they're not gonna help because they don't want you to be competition to them. They don't want
yeah,
you to have a channel and
I
then outdo
don't,
their channel, and there are
I
some
don't,
people that think like
I
that.
don't want to say competitive because like I don't know what was on their mind, so I don't want to assume. But that shit was weird though. It was weird as fuck, like weird because it was like if the roles was switched and they was to ask me like, yo, can you like anybody that is around me, like anybody, even people that I know that it's crazy though, even people that I know that if I was to ask them to help me with some rap and shit, they would have helped me. But anybody that asks me for help, I'll help them. I don't care. Like it's just like, cause at the end of the day, it's like in the future, you can never ever say I never tried to help you. Even if you fuck up with me, it's like you can never go to people and say, oh that he never helped me, he never did nothing for me. Like nobody could ever say that. I didn't give everybody around me a chance, so nobody could ever really say that. And I don't do it just for that, but it's just like it just be like I like to help people that, but I like to see everybody win. But it's like you can't help somebody win that don't want to see themselves win.
Have there been people in that world of the YouTube community, YouTubers that don't rap, don't do music, and have asked for your help in that realm?
Um, nah, nah, he didn't. Like it was like I keep it real. Like after they ain't helped me, and then I did get on with the rapping shit. It was like they try to reach out to me to like do certain shit. I was like fuck out there. Like I ain't say no, but I was just on some like I'll let you know type of shit. Like, but it was like the only reason why I said I'll let you know because I thought about it. Like I thought about it. Like I should do it just so I could tell you about yourself. But then I'm like, you know what? I'll do it when I get the chance. I might still do it though. Knowing myself, like in the near future, I might still do it because I'm not really a bitch ass nigga. But it's just like I'll do it when I get the chance to though. You know what I mean?
Now, you did mention previously, asked you, what genre of music do you consider yourself? And you said,
Hip hop.
correct.
Yeah.
And the basis of that is hip hop. But when it comes to the genre of hip hop music, do you remember how you were introduced to that?
Probably say like through my mom. My mom put me on to like hip hop music and shit like that. But
Certain artists or certain songs you recall back then?
Biggie, uh, Tupac, um, Biggie, Tupac, Wayne, like Lil Wayne. I used to listen to a lot of Lil Wayne. She showed me a lot of artists. I'm not gonna lie, like Jay-Z, Kanye, mad people. I ain't gonna lie. She showed me a lot of people. Like definitely like a lot of like old school artists like that was like lit back in the day.
Now, additionally, was hip hop the first genre of music you encountered in life? Or maybe there was a different genre you were encountered with first?
Nah, it was hip hop, rap, same shit.
Any other memories of those humble beginnings with music for you that you'd like to share with the audience? Don't know if you
Um,
were ever part of talent shows or open mics or, so on and so forth. Was there?
nah, not really. Like other than like me being a part of poetry, like poetry. What is it called? Poetry clubs and shit like that. Like, where you just, like, all around with a bunch of people and you just, like, share your poems and shit? Like, other than that, nah. Like, I always was, like, that poem type of person.
Would you use poems to, for lack of a better phrase, attract females? Like, were you one of
What,
those
now
kids?
or, like when I was younger?
I mean, younger, of course, because we're talking about your upbringing. I mean, if you want to share now, you can. But like, were you one of those kids like in school? As Valentine's Day, people are giving
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Valentine's Day cards.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
writing something personal
Yeah,
though. It's not whatever
100%.
Hallmark says or
100%. I was writing some fly shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
sometimes kids, especially boys and girls, they're passing notes to each other when they're
Yeah.
not supposed to,
Yeah, I was
while
that
the
person.
teachers, got their
Yeah.
back to them. Was it poetry in some of those notes and things of that
Yeah,
nature?
I was that guy.
What was the reaction from girls or females back then to some of that stuff?
Shit. I remember. I'll tell you a funny story. Like, well, to answer that question, the reactions, they was always like cute. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is cute. But I had one bad reaction. I gave a girl a poem. I gave two girls the same poem, and I gave them like the same gift. I was on some young shit. Like, I like both of them. I don't know. I couldn't pick one. I was on some indecisive shit. So I gave both of them the poem. The other girl, mind you, they both didn't know I gave them the same shit. So the other girl went home. The next day, her mom came into the class and was like, "Yo, who gave my daughter this poem?" And I'm in a corner just like I'm hiding. I'm like I'm not trying to make it hot. Like I'm just like, all right, like I know it's me, but I don't know if she gonna tell on me and say it's me. And she did. She was just like, oh, he gave me the poem. Because the mom was not leaving until she figured out. So she just started yelling at me, like, oh, don't give my daughter, da-da-da-da. She leaves. So the teacher was like, oh, we'll talk about this after class. I'm like, all right. But then the other girl was right there. So she was like, word? Like, that's what we doing? I was just like, damn. I was tight. And she threw water on me. I was tight.
So in essence, you lost both of them. Trying to get
Yeah,
both of them,
trying
you
to
lost
get.
both of them.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You
Hell yeah.
struck out in
Yeah.
baseball terms.
Yeah, OD. That was two good strikes. And then the third strike was that call to my mother later. That was it. That was the third strike.
What was so controversial about these poems? Was it explicit content in it, or
Nah, it wasn't
was this like considered too young for you to be doing at your age?
it was too grown what I was saying. Like it wasn't too explicit though. I wasn't saying no crazy off the wall shit to my knowledge. But it's like I was saying some shit though. I was saying some shit though.
Now, you mentioned you are naturally a writer, but at this point, when it comes to musically speaking, do you just strictly write or do you even freestyle and punch in at this point?
80% I write, 20% freestyle. I don't like freestyling though. Like freestyling is not really my thing, but it's like if I had to do it, I'll do it. Like it wasn't no big debate. Like if I'm in the stool and I don't got nothing written down for the moment and a beat is on that I like, I'm gonna do it. If I don't like, see one thing with me is like if I don't like how it sounds, like I'll redo the whole song. Like I'll do a song and if I like the beat so much, I'll take out all the lyrics and redo the whole song with a whole new song, literally. So I don't really be tripping like when I freestyle, but it's like I don't like freestyle. I like coming to the stool, 5 songs ready, written, knock it out, and I'm out. I'll see you later.
Now, sonically, do you notice any difference in the actual music when you write versus freestyle and punching?
Hell yeah. My freestyle is like, I don't feel like it's well thought. I feel like my write is well thought. Like it's like I know what words to put. I know what words I'm using. I'm using the words the right way. I'm not just saying some bullshit. Like, cause you listen to music. Like, some rappers sound like they're running out of shit to say. Like it sounds like they don't have nothing more to say and they're just trying to last for the whole minute 30, minute 50, 2 minutes of the song. So it's like my shit, I just go. Like I just go.
Because you were a writer first and then ended up freestyling and punching in at some point, what led you to freestyle and punch in initially? Was that something you just natural experimentation, or were you influenced to
To
freestyle and punch in?
freestyle,
Yeah.
um, it be based off of what's going on in the stew session. Like, say for example, if it's a beat going on, like if it's a beat playing, and it's only like 2 hours left in the stew, it usually take me like an hour to write. So it's like if I'm taking like, cause I write every day, but if I'm in the stew, 9 times out of 10, if I do got 2 hours to do a song, I'll write in the stew. Like I wouldn't just hop on the mic and just start freestyling, like because I know I'm not gonna like it. So I'll write like a beginning in the booth. I'll sit there for an hour. I don't give a fuck who in the stew. I done been in the stew sessions. I've been in the booth for hours. 30 people in there. Everybody waiting to hear me rap. But it's like I promise you, as soon as I'm done writing though, everybody's like, oh shit, and the whole stew session is just jumping.
Do you write songs without a beat?
Yeah, I could. Like I could write. I don't like doing it, but that's how I usually write though. Like nah, I'm lying. 50-50. 50-50. Like I'll write a whole song with no beat, and then when I find a beat, I'm gonna have to like kind of rearrange it though. Like I'll rap it, but I won't rap it exactly how it's written. Like I'll have to shorten some words, like shit like that.
Your biggest song so far, which we talked about previously, which was "Bad Day," was that 100% written, or was there any?
Hell yeah,
Okay.
written. That shit was, and it was written on some like carelessly written. Like it was like fuck it type of shit. But it was like that was like a least expected song that I thought. Like I told you, like I didn't think that shit was gonna do that.
So, because that song is your biggest song to date, which I believe was your first, was that your first song ever?
First video. Like I had a song or two in the cut, but I never dropped that shit. Then no matter of fact, I'm lying. I had one song on SoundCloud. I had one song on SoundCloud with an old friend, but that shit was like some. It sounded like I made that shit on BandLab. Like it wasn't it. But Bad Day was my like my real official song though. Like that was like me not playing around. I was like me writing, but it was like it was carelessly, but it was like I still was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this a try. Like that was when I was like, all right, I'll do a whole video to this. Like the shit I did on SoundCloud, you was never gonna see a video of that.
Because that song's been your biggest song so far, and that was 100% written, does that also encourage you to continue to write the
Hell yeah,
80% you do?
hell yeah. Because most of the songs that I made that was good songs was written. Like even the song that I just dropped not too long ago, is going viral on TikTok called Marley and Mike. Like that song, that was a song I wrote, and I was just like in my head so much about it. Like even if you hear if you hear the beginning of it, you could tell I was in my head about that shit. Like that just sound like a real scene like going on.
And just in case there's some fraudulent or fake profiles of you, care to share the official handle on TikTok for those in the audience getting to know you here for the very first time?
My real TikTok name?
Yes.
My real TikTok name?
Do you need to pull it up to make sure?
Yeah, wait, hold on. I forgot. I think my shit is.
Because there could be some imposters, so just want to
No,
make sure people are following the right one.
it do be some imposters doing imposter. Oh yeah, my shit is Emerald Official. Emerald Official, and that's like the same thing for my YouTube too. Emerald Official.